Good morning, precious. Wah, 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 wah. How you doing, baby? Happy Wednesday. And today on Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Shakenya, when you get a minute, go to that YouTube channel, Shakenya, and hit subscribe. It is so easy to do. Like, it is, I don't understand the confusion once you leave me. I don't. And I forgot to give you some kisses yesterday. Believe it or not, some people live for those. Yep. So today, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're talking about the manipulation tips from your 9th grade year. Now that you're seniors, those parents that are using these manipulation tips on the kids and trying to get back at their baby mama, their baby daddy. We're talking about the psychological damage that it causes your child, meaning that it messes with your child's mental health, your mental state of the baby, and how the baby grows and develops. And we're talking about the adverse effects. Sometimes some of the things that you might be trying to shelter the baby from, they pretty much get exposed to it indirectly because of the games that you're playing and the manipulation tips that you're using. Because if you're using them, it's man-made, it's put together, it's not natural. So anything that happens after that, the repercussions, the consequences, they spiral out of control. Some things you just can't control. That's why you have situations where children not speaking to parents for years, right? That's a dysfunction. You know, that ain't right. That ain't normal. Something has to happen for it to end up like that, for it to be at that state, right? So today, are you dealing with any dysfunctions in your family? Like, I wrote a book about mine. Yep. And this book is not a type of book where, it's kind of boring. I'm going to be honest with you, it's kind of boring. It's pretty much anybody's life. Anybody can sit up here and say that this was their life. They grew up on the east side. They had a parent that abused drugs, right? They was raised by their grandmama, right? They went to the Detroit public schools, right? They graduated. They probably had a child at 17. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I talk about, I'm quite sure you've experienced it or you know somebody that probably has, right? So my story ain't no different than nobody else's. It's just I think I had the courage to put it on paper and put it out there, right? Meaning that I have no problem sharing who I am. I'm very transparent, right? So it ain't telling no tea. It ain't spilling no tea. And if you know me, you might be able to put some of the characters together and be like, oh, that's this person and that person. But I didn't try to tell nobody else's story. I told mine, and how I dealt with the issues that I had to deal with, the dysfunctions that I had experienced, right? So, do you have any in your family that you're dealing with by not dealing with it? Do you have anybody in the family that abuses drugs or alcohol? Are you guys talking as a family on trying to help, how you can help them, get them help? Are you guys having interventions with that person? Everybody sit down and talk to them, tell them how you feel? Are you providing resources for them? Every time you see them, you're giving them resources for rehabilitation centers and treatment centers, right? You offering support. If they're having problems getting there, whatever reason or excuse that they give you, you kind of counteract it, right? That's your way of supporting. Do you support them? And I know if they're using drugs or alcohol, it's really up to them to get help. No matter what you do, not until they get tired and ready to change. I get it. But what effort have you put into it as a family member? Or are you one of those family members that sit back and talk about them? Because you're not struggling with that addiction. You talk about them, you laugh, you joke with the rest of the people and family and friends, your friends. You're joking with your friends about your family. I'm glad my family, they didn't give up on my mama. Yep. Even though it was really up to her to make the ultimate decision to stay clean. Yeah, my grandma and my aunts and them, they pretty much tried to encourage her as best they could. Yep, they did. Yeah. But yeah, so a lot of people use it, because I don't want to get into why people use, because there's various reasons why, and since I'm not suffering from it, that would be unfair for me to even speak on how somebody else feels. But the people that I encounter through trying to help, a lot of them have exposed to me, they pretty much use the drugs and alcohol to self-medicate, right? So instead of going to get the proper help that you need, going to a therapist, talking to a doctor, getting the medication that's prescribed for whatever it is that you're dealing with or whatever your ailment is, some people choose to use drugs or alcohol to deal with the pain, to deal with the situation, to deal with the ailment, right? So, goodness gracious. That's why it was so important for me to help my children work their problems out when they were children, right? Help them find solutions when they're young, before they find vices and different avenues and different things to do to soothe. When you teach them how to deal with the problem, start with the root of it, it's less likely that they deal with those type of issues when they become adults. Are you guys keeping any secrets in the family? Somebody raised somebody as their own child and come to find out that they wasn't their real mama or their real daddy. They was the grandmama and their sibling was actually the mama or the daddy. Yeah. Stop lying to these babies. I know. Because part of the reason why you probably don't want to tell them, because you don't want them to look at you a certain way. You don't want them to know you was out here thotting around. I'm sorry, Lord forgive me. Lord forgive me. Yeah, because I was very transparent with my children. Yeah, I was hoping that they wouldn't judge me. I didn't tell them all my secrets and everything, but things I revealed in the book and things I felt like they needed to know, I made sure I told them when I felt like they were age, appropriately, old enough, mature enough mentally to handle whatever it is I had to tell them, right? But I've exposed some things about myself to my children, because I feel like they need to know, The respect needs to be there, but also you need to know that I'm a real person, and you need to know that I've dealt with things, and hopefully that should steer your child in a way of coming towards you closer, because they feel like they can talk to you now, because now you're relatable, because you have went through some things. You was bullied at school. You was the bully at school, right? You got teased, you got jumped, you got beat up, where you used to be, whatever you went through as a child. You got bad grades in school because you couldn't comprehend, you couldn't see the board, you were slow, you was in special ed, whatever. In a situation like this with these secrets, I know you probably don't want that, shatter that image. I get that. That's why you got to wait until your child is mature enough to handle certain things. But don't keep secrets like that from the baby. Tell the baby who that real daddy is. Here it is, you with Al. Al been raising this baby. Al been thinking this is baby all this time. Al at your graduation, Al helping you send this baby out there. Kind of find out Paul is the daddy. Oh, Lord Jesus, fix it, Jesus. Don't nobody know nothing. Nobody said nothing. The baby don't know you. Man, there's so many reasons why that's so wrong. I can't even count all of them right here on the show. We ain't got enough time. I'm going to look at medical concerns, right? Things that are hereditary. Medical conditions that are passed down through generations, right? Here it is. This son might have these certain traits that he got from Paul, because Paul, the real daddy, right? Fix it, Jesus. It might be something that can save that child's life, right? But that secret that you holding on to, fix it, Jesus. Yeah, stop. Get out the secrets, y'all. Stop holding secrets. Yep. You got a family member that's been accused of molesting the children in the family. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Did anybody get them the help that they needed to find out why they molesting and touching on the children? Yeah, I bet you if you went down that rabbit hole, you'll probably find out why. Yep. Then maybe you will finally figure out that they probably need help as well, right? And some of them a little jail time. Yep. They ain't to be hidden in the room and the kids being told not to talk to them and stay away from them because they do. No, they need help. They need help, right? So first try to get them the help that they need to figure out why they were abused. Because chances are if they're abusing children, they probably was abused themselves. I'm quite sure. And that's not making excuses for them. That's just letting you know the cycle, right? And since nobody stepped in to get him the help that he needed, all he doing is doing what he was taught and what he was groomed to do, right? So, or her. Yeah, because there are young ladies out here that's been molested by women and they're molesting other women, you know, other little girls, so and little boys as well, you know. So yeah, it goes all you got, but once you figure it out and find out what's going on, you definitely got to get the child that's been molested therapy and the child that's molesting the children therapy or adult therapy. So I know you can't get away from that therapy, can you? I know we be trying, don't we? We be trying to fix ourselves. We be trying to self-medicate. We be trying to sweep it under the rug. We be trying, but you see where it got us, right? Look at us as a people, where we are. Yeah. Thanks to Jesus. Anybody in your family suffering from mental illness? You be witnessing mood changes and mood swings. 0 to 10, right? You've met several different personalities. You hear them talking to themselves. You see them losing interest in things. You see them becoming withdrawn, right? You see them gaining weight, right? Do you intervene? Yeah, do you intervene? Because something's wrong. Something is going on. This person is crying out for help, right? And as a family member who's witnessing and noticing it, it's your job, your obligation, I think, to step in and intervene and get the other family members involved so they'll know and see what's going on and start paying a little more attention. And then try to find the help that's needed for that individual that's struggling and suffering with whatever it is they're suffering with. Yeah. Weight gain is a big indicator that it might be some depression somewhere up in there. Yep. It might not be in your case. You might be going through something else. It might be a medical condition. You probably just had a baby 7 years ago. I don't know. But I know most people that I've dealt with and helped, a lot of it be depression. Yeah, that they never got checked out, talked to somebody, never did nothing about, just dealt with it, suffering with it. And eating became some type of an addiction, right? So I'm just asking, do you help your family? Do you have family members in foster care growing up in the system? Are you guys getting together as a family to find out who's best suited to get custody of this baby and get guardianship of this baby? Or just so they'll be able to be raised with their family. And I know it's a big responsibility. I know I did it. I took care of my 2 younger brothers after my mom passed away. And I was in my early 20s. And it was very difficult. But at the bigger picture of having my siblings, raising them with the family, not letting them get lost in the system and not knowing where they are, me being the oldest, me having a place to stay, no matter if it was just a 1-bedroom. 2 bedrooms, I'm sorry, on Andover. Yep, Brandon had a room, which they eventually shared until I was able to move on Hartwell to where they had their own room, you know. But for the most part, we did it. We did it. The Lord provided for us. When I tell you, my God put people before us that was helping us, giving me money, giving me clothes, giving me food, giving me resources to make sure me and my boys had what we needed. When you start making the right decisions and the right choices, I think it started falling into place. The blessings come. Blessings come. Because it was hard raising them boys, but when I tell you I would do it again, Lord, I wish my mom was here. I would wish that more than anything, right? But if I had to do it again, I would, right? So do you have strange relationships with your parents and your siblings? Why you ain't talk to your mama and your daddy in months? Why you don't like your mama and your daddy? Why you hate your mama and your daddy? Why you don't have no respect for your mama and your daddy? Why you can't forgive your mama and daddy? They brought you in this world. They did everything for you when you couldn't do for yourself. They took care of you. They kept you safe from harm, right? Until you have children of your own, I don't think you know how hard it is to get up every morning and get people to chase little people around and get them. I know you ain't asked to be here. That's the first thing people say, ungrateful ass people. Ungrateful, entitled, and privileged ass people. That's the first thing they say is, I ain't asked to be here. But you're here. Now, parents, children, you would never know what they go through. You would never know all the sacrifices that your mom and your dad had to make sure you had what you need. You would never know the getting up until you have children of your own, the getting up every day, the discipline that it takes, the consistency that it takes to get up every day and make sure you get to school, get home safe, taken care of, all your needs are met, you eat every day. It's a lot. It's a lot. Cost of everything going up, gas, gotta go to work. Oh, the tired days, the 12-hour shifts to make sure you got what you need. You wouldn't be who you are if it wasn't for them. You owe them. Yeah, you owe them a check-in. You owe your mom and dad a call every day to check on them to see how they doing. You owe them to see if they need something. What you need, mom? What you need, dad? You gotta take them out on dates. You gotta spend time with them. You're supposed to. Yep. Because they did so much for you. Yep. You got siblings you don't talk to? What? You don't talk to your sister? You don't talk to your brother? Yeah. I know y'all probably got different mamas, different daddies, you know, y'all probably don't talk as often as you would like, or maybe, you know, but it shouldn't be no love lost. Yeah. I don't talk to my sister and brothers or my dad's other children. I don't talk to them as much as I would like to, but I see them on Facebook. Yeah, we like everything on Facebook daily. Yeah. I call when I can. I'm going to do better. Yeah. But there's no love lost. Some of y'all out here hating y'all brothers and hating y'all sisters. Y'all grew up in the same house. y'all came out the same womb. Y'all been through the same struggles. Y'all slept in the same bed in some cases. Because that's all y'all had, right? There's no way you shouldn't be talking to your sister or talking to your brother. Y'all all y'all got. Y'all all y'all got. So, Do better. That's all I ask. Yep. I don't want to hear why. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear no reasons. I'm just saying, do better. That's your brother. Yep. That's your sister. Yep. Yep. This platform, Coffee and Conversation, we started with just trivial co-parenting issues. How to help you guys have a better relationship after the breakup, right? But as I started doing these videos and started realizing the cracks that we have in the community with us as a family, and some of the reasons why we're not able to get out the bucket and why we do and move how we move, this platform is geared towards strengthening the black family. Yeah. So if you go back and look at some of my videos, if you see or hear anything that you feel should be heard by others, please feel free to share. Yeah. Because that's what I'm trying to do. So y'all, that's it for Coffee and Conversation today. Tomorrow we're going to get back into the manipulation tip of making a difference between the lifestyles, because we're still there. Yeah. So we done drifted off a little bit. We done talked about this. We done talked about that. But that's all in correlation with the lifestyle. Yeah. And making a difference of it. Right. So we're going to get back to it tomorrow. Today I just wanted to know if you had any dysfunctions in your family. Hey Reese. Hey Alyssa. How you doing? I'm going to finish eating this oatmeal. Oh, y'all got to see the flow. Y'all got to see the flow. Oh, y'all got to see the flow. It's going down, people. It's going down, people. I was up late last night, baby, throwing that little shine on. You see the sparkles? You see the sparkles? You see the red and gold? I told y'all I was going to do it. I told y'all. Yeah, I'm going to invite y'all over for the grand opening of movie night. Yeah, we getting there, baby. We getting there. We is getting. I know y'all tired of looking at my room. I ain't going to show it no more. Next time I show it, I'm going to have the projection and all that stuff set up. Okay? I promise. All right, y'all. Enjoy y'all day. I'm out.